And welcome back, or welcome to the Sammich Makers broadcast. I'm your host, Maxine Sand, and with me, of course, again is Chibi.
Hello.
So, tonight is gonna be kind of more like a typical Sandwich Makers show that we would do. But Chibi is gonna go ahead and tell you what we're gonna do because this was actually all her idea.
Well, Maxine, I figured that since we just wanted to do kind of a laid back chill show tonight, I figured we could ask each other fun questions and then, Max could get in on it, the people could get in on it, we could have callers in, and just have some fun and learn about each other.
You said the people in the back of my mind. All I heard was Max going, "The people, Maxine."
What about the people?
I have had such a rough past few days with personal life shit going on that just I need to fucking laugh about shit. So like I need this. This is good.
I'm
So
here for it.
why don't you go ahead and start it off and ask the first question? Oh god, now I'm in the fucking hot seat now.
That's right, Max.
No worries. I figured, since we are the sandwich makers, I would ask a sandwich-related question first.
Based.
Okay.
Do you or do you not consider a hot dog a sandwich? We're asking the real questions on the sandwich makers.
Now you're gonna kill me. I have seen people do debates like this with sandwiches and hot dogs or sandwiches and tacos. I never thought that I would ever be in the middle of that debacle.
You're welcome.
Well, we could lightning round this one. Hot dog, yay or nay?
What?
Is the hot dog a sandwich? Because then next it's a sub, right? What about a taco?
No, you.
An enchilada? What about if you take two chalupas and put some stuffing in between them? Is that a sandwich? You guys are supposed to be sandwich experts.
You see what you started?
I'm not mad about it.
Of course you're not. That's actually a really weird question if you think about it, and I'm actually not sure how you answer that. Because, like, oh, fucking hell, I'm going into it. God fucking damn it. If you think about it, a sandwich typically is 2 slices of bread with the ingredients in between. A sub,
right,
it's still attached, but there's still argument about it being a sandwich because of the ingredients that put into it. But then you got the hot dog. And it's typically kind of just the hot dog.
Yeah.
And then here goes my fucking ADHD brain. But what about chili dogs? Because chili dogs have actual ingredients in them as well.
Gotta go fast.
I love chili dogs.
Well, because chili dogs are Sonic the Hedgehog's favorite food.
I know.
So if you want to go fast, you gotta get some chili dogs.
I cannot wait for the next Sonic the Hedgehog movie because Amy is going to be introduced. And I'm really kind of sad about what happened with Shadow and Eggman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
R.I.P. Eggman. And Shadow. But, like, it's so cool that, like, Amy is going to be in the next movie. Okay. I don't think a hot dog is a sandwich. I think it's like its own subcategory, kind of like tacos and subs.
But a sub bread is the same shape and like consistency as a hot dog roll.
Yes, but the ingredients that you put in a sub are differently because it's typically like with lettuce and tomatoes and deli meats. You know, except for like occasionally different sandwiches.
Have
like
you seen how I eat hot dogs?
Unfortunately, yes.
You gotta get some sauerkraut, some chili, a little bit of like cheesy sauce, mustard, and if you're lucky, some Coney Island sauce if I'm really lucky. So I think that's enough ingredients to qualify as a sandwich.
No one asked you.
Plain devil's advocate.
All right, whatever. I'm asking you a question now, Chibi, but now I actually have to think of one.
You didn't have them prepared?
No. I was gonna wing it.
By the way, where does Chibi stand on the hot dog sandwich debate?
Yeah, what do you think?
Personally, I do think it's a sandwich just because it's some meat between two pieces of bread, and that's kind of what a sandwich is. But bye.
Okay.
Thank you for joining.
No. That's the kind of no nonsense.
You're not.
And
Oh my
God.
goodness, this is ridiculous.
I just love that you said that. And I totally forgot, and this is totally my bad. Like, you can totally be mad at me if I can fucking find it now, though. I forgot to give him your avatar to put up on the screen.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm in the thumbnail.
What?
What's the best sandwich?
I can't answer that question.
Well, I'm giving you a question since you didn't have one because you were unprepared.
I'm not going to use your question. That's lame.
Well, then think of what.
There we go.
Look at you. You're already down one. Now I'm just filling for time to save you. That fills for time too.
Yeah, I was just flipping them off, you know, for anyone who's like only listening.
Indeed.
All right, I sent you the thing for her picture to be on the. Probably like over here somewhere.
Well, I put like.
Also, I love your shirt. The Thug Life with the Golden Girls on it is great.
My mom got me this for Christmas, I think. Yeah, for Christmas. She was like, I just saw the Golden Girls and I thought you'd like it. And I was like, it's funny, so yeah. And that I'm wearing something else other than a Hellfire t-shirt, so there you go. Because I'm like always wearing one, because I have
all
like,
roads lead to Stranger Things.
Yes, I have like 3 or 4 shirts. I have 2 hoodies. Like, yeah. I like Stranger Things. Could you tell? Also, this kind of makes me think of a Demogorgon.
Oh, it does. Yeah, for sure. Or like a flower from SpongeBob.
Yep. All right. Question.
Giant chibi.
Oh, there's me.
That was a big chibi. What is your favorite cartoon from your childhood?
Oh, that's so hard.
I know.
So many good ones.
Make it. Give her like top 5 or at least.
All right, fine. Top 5. Go ahead, and we'll do that.
Okay. Let's see. I really liked Avatar: The Last Airbender. That put me on the spot thinking of five whole cartoons.
That's why I went with 1. He tells me you 5.
Well, because there's so many great cartoons.
I loved Disney, so anything Disney.
That probably fills out the whole list if we're fair, right?
Probably. It can be like not just like cartoon, it can be like a TV show too, like, you know, if there was like real people on it. Because I was just thinking
My
like
mom
of
and
one
I
of
watched
mine.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
That was the thing we watched together a lot.
Love that show.
Sorry, I'm kind of blanking.
Yeah.
I mean, because yeah, adult cartoons count too, especially if you watched them as a kid.
Yeah.
Our generation was like, you're not supposed to watch South Park. Yeah, right.
All right, here's like a sub question to this question.
Okay.
Because I typically always get the same answer from people. And you are a bit younger than me, so you're probably going to give me the same answer. But did you ever hear of the show The Zoobly Zoos?
Zoobly Zoos. I don't think I watched it, but that does sound kind of familiar.
Okay. It's better than most people just go, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
That you could both answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite Pokemon?
Interesting.
Everybody younger than me has a favorite Pokemon.
Did he say favorite Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Oh, I love Pokemon. Piplup.
I honestly don't know which one that is.
He's the water penguin. He's one of the starters for the game. He's like super adorable.
I'm like the basic bitch of I always like Pikachu. But I think like Eevee's probably like my real favorite one, especially because like you can get different versions of her when she evolves. I love that.
Yeah, the evolutions.
Yeah. But yeah, the Zoobly Zoos was one of my favorite shows as a kid. One of my aunts actually recorded a bunch of episodes on a VHS, which I think I still have somewhere. So it was people and they dressed up like animals, and it was like Zoobly Zoo was where they lived. And my favorite character was that kangaroo. Which is ironically my godmother before she passed away got me a bunch of these like puppet dolls of them, and she got me every single one except for was that kangaroo.
Oh wow.
I was like so sad. I was like, oh sure, I have Talkatoo Cockatoo, but I don't have was that kangaroo. And I kind of sound like a crazy person now, but that was the name of the characters.
Welcome to my world, chat.
There was
I get it. When you start talking about stuff that you're passionate about, and then you start thinking that you sound like you're speaking nonsense.
Well, yeah, because like, oh yeah, there was Vango Lion, and there was oh my god, what was the Beaver, Ben the Beaver, he like built stuff. Bravo Fox. Oh my god, what was the other one? There was one more, and oh my god, the bear. Lookout Bear.
Nice.
Embarrassing fact about Maxine Sand, she had a crush on Lookout Bear when she was a little girl.
And
embarrassing?
The answer
Lookout Bear.
She had vaguely heard of it.
Yep.
But chance for you to
that actually leads into a good question.
Fidget spinning and talking about your Zoobly.
Welcome to the real Sammich Makers podcast.
Yeah, really?
All right.
For my Pokemon, I like the one that I picked for the first ever Pokemon game I just started playing because I never did before. And it's a fire chicken of some kind.
Oh, Torchic.
That's it. He kicks people's asses pretty well because he grows up and he like is literally like a fighter type. And he's like, the fire chicken will kick you in the face. I like the fire chicken.
Blaziken.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I love Pokemon. I was just watching Pokemon videos earlier. I'm such a freaking nerd.
Oh my goodness. So, this is cute. My son's bus driver, at the end of each week, she gives the kids a Pokemon card if they're good on the bus. And of course, our kid always gets a Pokemon card because he knows to behave on the bus. And I now have this like big binder that I'm just putting all these freaking Pokemon cards in. I'm like, dude, kid, it's looking like the collection I had when I was a kid of Pokemon cards here.
Well, he's also got a bin of comics.
Yeah, oh my god, he's got a
You were looking through it today and he was like, put them away, Mom.
I know. I'm like, Jesus, I can't look at them. Like, I was like, you got 3 in here that you haven't even opened yet. And he's like, I know, Mom. oh, the preteen attitude is coming strong with this one, and I don't know how well I'm gonna handle it.
I don't know where he gets his attitude from.
Shut up. Shut up.
So what was that?
I know.
Alright, so
I feel
Chibi-
like if a kid like sassed off like that to me, I would like laugh because I just never dealt with something like that before.
It's hard
It's hard not to. I mean, alright, so when your kid says something and you know for a fact you're the one that they got that from. When your kid just
yeah,
like,
what
you
did
know,
he say?
so our
word.
kid was playing a video game and he died, and he just said something about like what the cunt or some shit like that. Cunt was in there somewhere. That's the important part.
What the cunt?
He said what the cunt. And I was down here, Max was upstairs with him, and I just went, "Oh, that was my fault. That's me."
He's a little confused.
Because that's
he's got
my
the right
word,
spirit.
which means he's heard it. Shit. So, yeah. It's hard
my
not
word,
to laugh.
she says.
You know
She's
what?
taking it back. It's our word.
I remember so
Cunt.
vividly the
She
first
says
time that
cunt
I ever
is my
cursed in front of my
word.
mom.
Are you kidding me?
I had I was like 6 or 7 years old, maybe 8, and I was watching a TV show and she was telling me to go to bed, and then I said, "I don't give a fuck what time it is." And then I started crying because of
It's like,
course
oh, I said the
did.
bad word.
Like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. I just my mom just hugged me and like held me.
Dude, I have always cussed like a motherfucker. But when I was younger, I always knew not around my parents, because I would get smacked across the face. I called my mom a bitch once. I don't think I've ever been smacked across the face that hard before in my life. So I was like, all right, we don't swear around mom. Ever. But I was with my friends at the movie theater, and then we're in the car going home. My friend said something stupid, and I kind of forgot I have to be in parent mode, and I said, "No shit, Sherlock." And my dad just looked at me, and I was like, "Oh shit." And then he just started dying laughing. And he was like, "You forgot we were here, huh?" And I went, "Uh-huh." And he was like, "All right, it was funny, so I'll let it go this time." Like, shit.
You
That's hilarious.
recognize that him saying "son of a cunt" was you from like 2 rooms away. That strikes me as funny because it's true, because that's not what I would say. Now, if he was saying "motherfucker,"
Yep.
you'd be looking in my direction.
Yep. But yeah, because I will say cunt. But like, it's not all the time. It is only when it's appropriate for that word to come out. Like if I'm talking about someone who is a cunt. You know?
Or if you stub your stub.
Shut up. If you stub your stub, shut up. It really does fucking hurt, though.
No, that's the time you say it, usually. When you're tripping up on your toe, you're like,
oh,
son of a... Just like he said it, too.
What the cunt, son of a cunt, yeah. Well, dude, because I am now starting to... Wait, in case anybody doesn't know, what was like 2 years ago now? I had like a blister on my toe when we were camping. I went swimming in the lake. It got infected really bad. I ended up getting like a bone infection and had to get like the top half of my big toe amputated on my right foot. So it has been a journey of neuropathy as well as phantom limb pain. And now I am finally starting to actually like the nerves are actually starting to like come back. So I'm not just like having that phantom feeling of like feeling the toe that's no longer there. I'm actually feeling the fucking stub now, and it is a whole new freaking sensation and like mind fuck for me. Because my brain is still kind of like, what the hell is going on with the foot?
Oh,
so yeah, it hurts
apparently
when I
we
stub
have
it.
a chatter. Cecilo, there is apparently joined us.
Cool.
Does he have a question?
If you got a question, like, feel free to ask.
Yeah.
But Chibi, you can ask the next question.
Okie dokie. I think I got a good one.
Okay.
Who would play you in a movie about your life?
Oh! You shut up. I don't even want to know your, like, idea or suggestion.
I would probably pick Emma Stone, because she seems pretty down to earth. And I've been told, like, I'm not trying to, like, be conceited or anything, but I've been told I look a little bit like her, so.
Yeah, I've told you that. I've been, like, told, like, oh my god, girl, you got an Emma Stone vibe going.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
I would be the guy from the Geico Caveman commercial. He seems like a good actor. Think he could nail it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Damn, I honestly don't know. Like, one, I'm not very good with celebrities' names. Faces and, like, what they're in, yeah, sure. Their names. Unless it's, like, something I'm really into, I'll be like, yeah, the person that was in this show, but what's their name? I don't fucking know.
Now I have to look through actresses to see which one I would think would play you.
That's fair. Since you haven't answered, she's gonna have to do that.
I mean, part of me kind of says Christina Ricci.
I knew you would too.
Nice.
What do you mean you knew you would?
I knew that would be the first name you came up with.
How did you know that would be the first name I came up with?
Because that's the inevitable answer that you would have to this question. Because I've been with you for 20 fucking years. How about that?
True. True.
Well, I was literally gonna say Christina Ricci before you said it, but I held it back because you were coming to terms with it.
Well, it's because...
Have you ever seen the movie Penelope?
Yeah.
The movie's so good. I love that movie.
I love that movie. Oh, R.I.P. Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I was so sad about that. Because, like, the last thing that I saw that she was in that I was a really big fan of was Schitt's Creek. I love that show. I mean, honestly, David Rose is like my fucking spirit animal to some degree. Come the fuck on. If I'm talking with Penn and I'm feeling sassy, it's fucking David Rose gifts, like, in the entire fucking chat. I love that show, and her fucking portrayal of Moira Rose. The fucking accent she came up with, which was like a little bit, like, she explained it was like a little bit of like from her childhood and just like making it up and everything. And I was like, I just fucking loved it. She was amazing as that character, and like they were just like, we would never do anything else with the show without her. And it's like, yeah, I can understand that. I mean, why, like, how could you when you lose someone like that? And then I'm like, oh my god, that means we lost Sally. Because she's Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people forget that. Like, yeah, she could sing.
I forget.
It's like people forgetting that, oh my god, I'm trying to make sure I get the right fucking name, because I'm probably gonna fuck it up. Is it Susan Sarandon? That was at Rocky Horror Picture Show with like Step Bob. Or is that the blonde fucking chick?
I don't know.
Well, whatever. It's the one that plays the mom and stepmom. She is Janet in Rocky Horror Picture Show, and people forget that she can sing. It's like, yeah, hello.
Oh.
It's then like one of the most iconic fucking musicals. Because of course I love that musical. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? One, Tim Curry. There you go. Because I think he's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's him being a scary role or a funny role, he's fantastic. Because he was great in Congo as, like, the bad guy. Yeah, I think he was fantastic as Pennywise. Or he's in
too.
a movie I watched with my dad, and I watched it the other day and cried because it made me miss my dad. The Three Musketeers. He's in that movie as the bad guy too, and he's really good in that movie.
Nice.
Charlie Sheen's in that one too. I forgot he was in that movie. I had to forget a lot of stuff Charlie Sheen's in, except for like Scary Movie. Oh my god, they're making another one.
That's crazy. It's like the Land Before Time movies. It'll never be done.
Right? Or Saw. Oh my god. Dude, I love Saw. The first, like, 3 movies, maybe 4. I'm like, yeah, okay. But pretty much as soon as, like, we knew that Jigsaw was, like, gone for real, I was like, alright. And, like, the first one that has, like, his little mentor chick lady that, like, she goes, misses the entire fucking point and makes so no one gets out of the traps. After that, I was like, alright, I think we're done. And then they kept making them. And I'm like, okay, now they're, like, stupid. They're missing the point. And now it's just for gore. And now you pretty much just made it hostile.
Yeah.
Which, like, I couldn't even watch Hostel 3. I was
theater of, like, one of them. And I couldn't even stay past, like, because it was one where, like, a girl was getting a bunch of needles, like, shoved into her, and I couldn't stomach that.
That's one of the more brutal scenes, I think, in the whole series.
There's a few scenes. Is it the needle pit? When she gets thrown into the pit of needles?
I think so. Yeah,
that's like the worst one.
Recall because it's awful, you know. Not her scene.
Dude, that would that gets to me because yeah, like I don't necessarily think I have a fear of needles. But like if I get my blood taken or get a shot, like I have to watch it going in. So I have to know when the needle's going through. But that, like, just imagining it's like, no, like, yeah, that scene definitely got to me too. A few of the scenes really get to me. That's why I was just like, after a certain point when it just becomes for the point of gore, that's when you've lost me.
Well, there's a place for cheap horror movies, but expect about that many people to come watch them, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's like the Scary Movie thing too. It's like you could only make jokes so much. And like, honestly, if you think about it, even doing Scary Movie in the first place was kind of stupid because they used like the movie that was already making fun of horror movies. That's what Scream did.
Yeah.
Well, I like it
because you didn't know that.
It's a really good way to millennials and Zoomers explain the difference between satire and parody.
Yes.
Because Scream is doing it as a satire, so you don't really notice it. And Scary Movie is a parody, so the whole point is to make the dumbest jokes possible.
Which is why you got Shorty getting smoked by a pot plant.
Now, they're both funny. That's the thing. They're both funny for different reasons, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, the first Scary Movie, I absolutely fucking love that movie. And Shorty is kind of my favorite character because he's fucking funny as hell. Like, what would you have said to her? Run, bitch, run! It's like, well, yeah. But then it's like, I think when it got to, Scary Movie 5, I think is the one where Ashley Tisdale's in it.
Well, and
they were parodying Mama.
They had at the time put out more scary movies than
Yeah.
there were Screams.
Mm-hmm. Scream's another one though. They're on like Scream fucking 7 or 8. I haven't even watched past 4.
I've only seen the first and like maybe the second one.
I have seen Scream 1 through 4. I have not watched after that. And I don't really know if I want to because I've had spoilers and I already know people die and I'm like, well, now I kind of don't want to watch it because I know main characters die. I don't know if I want to watch it, but it was just like, really? Like, at one point, do you not realize that it's just kind of like, oh, wow, there's another person that's Ghostface. Oh, no, there's another one that's Ghostface going after Sydney. Oh, no, okay, fine. Now it's just kind of like,
well,
wouldn't you just always be prepared to have a gun to just shoot the motherfucker in the face?
At some point, bitch hires a security detail. You know what I'm saying? That's real life. At some point, the feds posted outside Sydney's house because so many psychos come after her, right? In real life, at some fucking point, because how many people have died?
Yeah. And then it's like, I guess, like, supposedly one of the fucking people that died comes back, and then they're like, I think what was it, Stu's gonna come back or some shit. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, I'm just saying, there's been a small genocide in multiple towns in the name of killing this bitch. 1, she ain't dead.
Nope.
And 2, you would think the authorities would have something to say about all this. Kind of world do they live in where a guy can just put on a stupid Halloween mask and go kill a bunch of people and nobody does anything? You'd figure there'd be a guy like me in town with a gun. At the very least, you know? Teenagers can just run around mass murdering people.
I mean, we lost poor Henry Winkler. He was the principal in one of the movies.
Oh, dang. I know him from Adam Sandler movies.
As a music guy, and Chibi might even know what I'm talking about. Like R.I.P. Bobby Prince, one of the greatest composers in PC game history. He did the Doom soundtrack for those that would know him from just that, and many other PC games of the 90s. He's sort of like the composer of a very, specific generation. And he died at 81 years old, surrounded by his family, and may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Musical influence of mine, for sure.
Of course, now that makes me think of the clip you did. Which I sent to Chibi. My first ever Melanie Mac rant that he then put to fucking Doom music.
Well, back when it wasn't forced and you just kind of went off, and I thought it was funny until other people beat it to death.
Yeah, because now God, like my rule kind of like it's not gonna happen now because I'm controlling the fucking narrative with this shit. They specifically Sam and Mort. Hey, hi, you listening? If you're listening at some point, please pay attention. They think that it is funny to make me rant about Melanie Mac and stuff like that and just kind of go off. I get that, like, for Mort, it's kind of like we have like that same like energy. So I'll say things that like he would say, so that's why he likes it. And Sam just thinks it's funny, so he goes along with it. But I don't really like doing that because I don't really like presenting myself like that on the internet. I don't like making myself look like an idiot because like I just want to play a joke or a skit or something is one thing, but that's something completely different.
You got caught up in a moment.
Yeah, I got caught up in a moment one time. It's not a bit. I was just like truly genuinely upset with Melanie Mac and like what she was doing at the time, and it just came out. But now Mort and Sam will egg me on and bring her up and bring up the topics that they know that will get me heated because I'm actually passionate about the topics
and
that
from
are
their
being
point of
talked
view,
about.
it's because a lot more people are being negative to Melanie Mac right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are sort of like, you should pile on too.
But they don't get that's not what I want to do.
Right.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to pile on Melanie Mac or Chrissy, because I did mention her last time. I don't want to do that. I'm honestly sitting here and, like, you know, before they get me going off on rants, saying how I truly hope that, you know, they do turn to God at some point, like they're claiming, and do reflect on themselves and what they've done, and they are able to find like some kind of inner peace with themselves, with whatever they're struggling with. And I want to make it very clear that I in no way, shape, or form think that what Melanie Mac is going through with what happened with her marriage, the divorce, and everything is funny at all. That is devastating. Yes, and absolutely not. That is devastating. That is heartbreaking. As a woman, as a wife who has a husband, if that happened to me, which it never would, I know Max well enough now, I've been with him for 20 years, that would fucking devastate me, that I could understand how that could mentally break you. And she, like, even, I guess, like, had said something about that, basically, that for some of her behavior, it was because of what she was going through and dealing with that people didn't know about, kind of set her off, and she was, you know, a little unstable. And totally understand that, respect that, truthfully, was praying for her the whole time. And I even said at one point that I did hope that she would come back from this. And I thought she would, because of that, the thing she was saying, that she would come back and just be like, hey, you know, I've had time to reflect on that stuff. And, you know, I'm focusing on God and gonna, you know, get myself centered again. But instead, unfortunately, and I do understand that because of her job and the situation that is surrounding her job, to some degree, she ended up having to double down on what she was doing. And I can understand that, because that's her livelihood. I can respect that to a certain degree. But I can still at the same time say that I absolutely disagree with it, that I don't think that it looks good. I think it is kind of disgusting.
Her
and
boss engages in questionable behavior,
yes,
and she supports it.
yeah.
You don't have to mention
so
it.
Yeah, so basically, her boss does some very questionable things that, if you look in the Bible, which she did at one point, and to, you know, quoted the scripture, was quoting things from it that legitimately her boss are being accused of doing. And I mean, I'll say it again, my song Gilded Gospel Glam was inspired by Melanie Mac. That's why there are, you know, lines in it like, you know, hold your Bible like it's merch. You wear your costume gold. You wear your costume cross like gold. Stuff like that, you know, because, like, that's, like, what she was doing in my mind.
Yeah.
She was, like, putting on a costume, and she was putting on the cross necklaces and stuff like that. But I honestly think at one point I saw her not a piece of jewelry that is made to look like a rosary bead, but I'm pretty sure I saw rosary beads around her neck, and I was like, that is so fucking disrespectful. That's not what that is meant for at all. It's not meant to be worn like that.
If you're genuinely a rosary person and you were to wear them in public, you generally wear them around your wrist.
Yes.
Or your belt in some cases.
Yep.
But not around your neck, because that is considered vain in the Catholic world. But I think that one thing, Maxine, people might not understand is the reason you reacted passionately to the Melanie Mac situation and the Chrissy stuff and everything else is because you just don't follow internet drama.
No.
And what you saw was people behaving badly and almost wanted to mother them out
Yes.
of it.
That's why, like, if you listen to any of the stuff, I've said before, it's always like, honey, don't do that. Like, I'm always talking, like, sweetly to them until Mort says something that they said or did that sets me off. I'm always, like, trying to talk to them. Yeah, like, and I get it. Melanie Mac is my age, and I'm talking to her like a mother, but it's like...
Well, when she's wearing
girl,
a Punky Brewster outfit.
Yeah, it's like, you are going to be 40 years old this year, okay? I'm sorry. I had to deal with that. I'm 40 now. I had to come to grips with that. It's hard, I know. You can't go around wearing shirts that are meant for like 12, 14-year-olds at 40 years old.
Yeah.
It does not look, it doesn't look good on you. You think it makes you look cute, I understand that, but it doesn't really look that good on you. It gives kind of a bad message.
Can't wear shirts.
I would
that are made for teenagers.
I mean shirts like she was wearing, where it literally was like Punky Brewster. It was a thin freaking like spaghetti strap top with like cutesy. Oh my god! It was like it was Rainbow Bright. I think
it looked like the 90s threw up on it.
Yeah, and she had like the bracelet. Surprisingly, I'm not wearing my bracelets tonight, but that's because I had to take my watches off. Yes, I wear 2 different watches. I have a Fitbit that I wear to
act. Know what time it is.
Well, no, the Fitbit is actually just to like help monitor my health and shit, 'cause I'm trying to do better. And then I just got so used to wearing the other smartwatch that I was just like, I just need it on. Even if it's dead, I just need it on my wrist because it just like, I don't feel right without it. But I also don't feel right just wearing the bracelets without the watches. So I just decided to let my wrists breathe tonight. So I didn't wear them. But normally I have like the freaking bracelets down my arm. And so it really does kind of feel like she was wearing a costume of me. Especially in that video that I watched the first time.
And in the moment, because you're not internet all the time.
No.
A couple of things set you off, and the guys trying to get you going was not appreciated because it's not good for.
Oh my god, I know how to do this.
To be angry.
No.
I'm angry enough for everybody.
Seriously.
Unga bunga.
But like typically they'll wear it like this around their wrist.
Yeah.
Like I'm not Catholic, but my grandmother was, and she always got me rosary beads. This is one of the ones she got me for like Easter, I think it was.
Through here.
Or through. Yeah, like that. Like yeah. So I have actually I have a few different rosary beads. Some of them are really, really nice with like really nice beads.
Mm-hmm.
She would always get me them. I actually have one that she told me was actually blessed by, I don't remember like what their names are because I never had to learn them. A bishop or something like that?
It was probably a bishop.
Yeah.
Or an archbishop.
Because it was specifically for Good Friday and Easter, and she just said for some reason like she felt like she needed to give me them, and it's really, really pretty. It's like metal, and it's the one that it's the that really nice blue beads, and the cross and everything is made of metal.
Yeah, my favorite piece of religious art that we have is the velvet Last Supper up on the wall, and it's probably like what, 6 feet by 4 feet.
Something like that. It's big.
It's huge.
It's huge.
And when your dad passed, and your mom was like, I can't keep it up because it definitely reminds her of him because it's his taste.
I'll take it. I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah, we can't let that go.
No.
Because a piece of like Christian white trash art, man.
We do not know where it originally came from. But I do know that my dad got it from his parents, my grandma, who gave me the rosary beads. And you talked to her, and she was just like, I don't even remember where we got it.
No, she said somebody left it at the church. At some point as like a donation. So
someone just left it at the church as a donation, and my grandparents
didn't want to put it up because it's so big and gaudy.
So my grandmother took it.
For a Catholic church, it was a little too much. So she gave it to your dad. Put it above his mantle place.
Oh yeah, I remember it being in our freaking living room. It's
one of the first.
I lived with my parents until I was 23. After I got out of college, and I remember it being in our apartment all 23 years, and now it's in my freaking dining room.
The Velvet Last Supper is so dope.
Oh my god.
Because it's like those Velvet Elvis paintings, but the Last Supper.
I always, so in the front of the table, there's like that little like bench stool, and it just looks like a cloak or something on it. But for some reason, as a kid, I always thought there's a dog under there trying to get the scraps. No idea that that's where my mind went as a child. There's a dog under there.
And it's like, it's one of those prints that's like handmade, and the frame is made of like ancient looking ass wood, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I was just like, yeah, no, I need this on the wall of my house. We should show people pictures. It's a crazy piece of art, to be honest.
I think you might actually have them. I think I sent them to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's... My God, it's huge. We really got off topic, though.
Well, the topic was basically bullshitting, and I think we're getting good at that.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite piece of religious art, then?
Honestly, probably the Lady of Fatima statue that I have.
That's true. It glows in the fucking dark.
It does.
It's a statue of a saint, but it literally glows in the dark.
I love it because the town that the girl supposedly saw Lady of Fatima is like where my great grandparents were from. So I'm like, that's really fucking cool to me.
Well, and like if you know about the story, like so many millions of people saw this alleged miracle.
Yep.
That the odds that your grandparents are among them are almost 100%, at least one of them.
Oh, there's...
Because what
my
they
dad
said was the sun literally jumping around in the sky, and like millions of people saw it.
My dad said that my great-grandfather, we called him Bumpa because my dad called him Bumpa when he was a kid for some reason. So Bumpa said that there's like probably a 50% chance that somebody some way back in the family saw that event too. So I was like, yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's because Portugal's very small, and it like basically everyone in all of Portugal came to see, because the little girl said there was going to be a miracle from the Virgin Mary and Jesus, and because she had prophesied stuff a bunch of times prior, 3 little kids, but the oldest girl spoke for them, and said that the Virgin Mary said all this stuff. And a lot of it had come true, so then when it was supposed to be the big one that'll prove it to all the doubters, all of Portugal, who was already Catholic, they weren't even doubters, they showed up because there was like, this is the event of the century, and pretty much all of them report some version of the sun changing colors, flipping around the sky like people say a UFO does, and then like rotating around the earth for a bit, and then just going back to the way it was. And then everybody, all of Portugal basically cheered like a fireworks.
Well, I mean, that would be pretty fucking amazing to witness that.
Well, if you were told God is going to prove that he exists,
and then the sun's dancing in the sky, it's like...
Yeah. That's why they are very devoutly Catholic to this day. That's why she is the patron saint of the Portuguese, too.
Yeah, as I got older, I really started trying to look into that, because, I mean, I've talked about how my dad was always super religious, but he was what he called himself a born-again Christian. Protestant, basically. But he was raised Catholic by my grandparents, but he walked away from it for his own issues with it. And so he kind of just, I didn't get taught it growing up. I went to a non-denominational church. Which to me, I thought that was just normal, because that's just where I always went. Until I went to some other churches where I was like, whoa. I actually have a question now, too.
To our religious people out there, it leans very on the side of they don't have pews, they sit on couches.
Yeah.
And they play electric guitars and
Oh,
have
yeah.
a very loose interpretation of
There's
scripture.
couches with throw pillows and blankets. There's a drum set, guitars. It does not. Oh my God. I don't recognize it from my childhood whatsoever. And I'm just like, I won't go there. Not anymore. No offense. I love the pastor and his family that are there, but it's just like, doesn't really feel like church. I get the vibe they're going for, and a lot of older people go there, so I get it, but it's just, I didn't like it when my parents took me to the storefront church either, and I know I'm not kidding. It was like, literally, it was a storefront that they rented out, and they just put chairs, and like, they literally, like, the front, like, window display, yeah, they would literally set up displays in there, and I never liked it there. Honestly, I kind of got like a culty vibe from that place, and I was so glad when my parents left.
Like a culty vibe.
Yeah. Especially with like,
You say that.
Mm-hmm.
I got Jehovah's Witnesses happy to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every couple of weeks just to shoot the shit. What do you mean culty vibes?
So, speaking of that, we can like segue into like my question for Chibi, and it's something that we've kind of talked about. So, I mean, how do I want to put it?
How do you want to put it, Maxine?
So, someone that you've spoken to, like, what's like the craziest religion that a person's had that you've spoken to? If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
You ask one of the least judgmental people you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just mean like to what people would consider like the craziest religion that you've ever spoken to.
Might be a better
Okay, out there.
She is in California. They do have a bunch of crazy religions out there.
I know, we've talked about this.
Oh.
Well, I mean, like, I've talked to a Satanist before.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're more edgy than crazy, I find, most of the time.
Yeah. That's what I thought too.
I like Scientologists qualify, but then I meet them and they're kind of nice.
So I think my answer is the same as hers, though. I think like the most like out there religion would be talking to Satanists, because my dad never knew this. Now he gonna know. I'm sorry. But there was a point. It was after I'd moved out. You know, me and you we had been living together for probably about a year at this point. And I just got to the point where I was really kind of questioning like my religion in general, like what I actually thought about it, what I really felt about it. And I actually did talk to some Satanists on like a forum and stuff, and I met a lot of like actually really nice people. They were not like these evil cultists. Well, not the ones that I spoke to. Were like not the evil cultists. Like none of them were even like really judgmental. And a lot of them really actually ended up helping me be stronger in my faith through talking to them and like hearing different perspectives of just like religion, or just listening to them explain what they thought of like the world and life and stuff like that. And it actually like, I think it's one of the better experiences I've had online.
Question, because it wasn't all that crazy in the end.
I know.
Sorry. But no, I've talked, you know me, I talk to schizophrenic people.
Oh, yeah.
And so I have the best answers for this. First and foremost is people will address the elephant in the room. But as a friend of the Black Hebrew Israelites, I am never going to say them. They're not crazy at all. They know scripture better than you do. Want to bet? Go fucking test them.
Mm-hmm.
No. In person, the craziest religion I've met that's more than just one crazy guy, right? That's the key. It can't just be one guy. Would probably be not just Satanists, but an offshoot of them. The Order of Nine Angles or whatever that has now become associated with the cult on the internet 764. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
It's been around since the 70s. I met some of them guys at metal shows, and let me tell you, they were the ones literally starting shit. Like, because that's their whole premise, is that we're the bad guys, ha ha ha. And so it's not a real religion. It's more like the religion a teenager has if they never grew up, because they don't actually believe in anything except fuck you, dad. So they're not even just Satanists, because like most Satanists, they read like the Satanic Bible or whatever, and they're like, well, I identify with the guy that says God's not perfect, and so I'm a little bit edgy. And they're kind of goth or whatever, and they're like nerds and libertarians, and they're cool, and for the most part, you know. But like these guys are like, we have to do actual bad things in the world as part of their quote unquote religion. That is the craziest shit I ever heard of.
What?
And I think they should be locked up for that.
What was that fucking group that you encountered where they were like primarily going after teenagers who were obviously troubled and like actually were trying to like telling them how to like summon a fucking demon and then like make it their personal joy of Satan. Oh my god.
Fucking in operation to this day.
How?
Because they're feds.
Ugh.
Like,
I
no
hate
doubt about
that.
it.
That's disgusting.
Long story short, it's like a website that existed since the 90s where this crazy lady says she talks to Satan, who's actually the good guy, and God's the bad guy. And long story short, Satan's an alien from the planet Nibiru, and he telepathically communicates with her while she's working on her oven with inhaling oven cleaner, and tells her that you gotta kill Jews. And then it turned out that her husband was the head of the fucking National Socialist Alliance.
Oh my god.
And so when me and the people I knew found this out, we thought that was so funny. We told the Nazis, and then we told the Satanists. Your Satanist leader, cult leader's husband is the most pro-Christian guy if you listen to him in the world. And also, you guys, you pro-Christian, pro-white nationalists out there, just so you know, your leader is married to this Satanist that's telling kids to fucking cut into their arms and stuff like this to summon demons and to kill their parents and all this shit. And because some of these people went to jail when all this come out, because duh.
Yeah.
But they still have the website up and everything, and kids are still falling for this scheme years later, trying to summon demons by cutting their arms. Because to a 13-year-old with problems, it sounds cool or whatever.
Yeah, except for, like, okay. Obviously, I believe that demons exist. And not just, like, in the, like, paranormal, spooky, but, like, in, like, the biblical sense, I believe that demons exist. And you do not ever want to fucking summon a demon. Ever. Because first off, if they know that your intention is to try and, like, get them to be your fucking hostage, pet, whatever, they're gonna fucking play into that shit. Because they're gonna do whatever they can to corrupt you, get your soul, all that crap. Like, they're gonna
fucking demon.
They're a demon. They're gonna trick you. They're gonna fuck with you. They're gonna mess with you. Like, don't fucking summon a demon. I know it sounds fun and cool. I know
Maxine's rules for life 1. Don't summon demons.
Yes, exactly. Number 2, don't ever fucking fuck with a Ouija board. I know that it sounds like funny and cool to like, oh, I talked to Zozo. And like, dude, even I'll admit, I watched Sam and Colby. I love their content. I loved it when Corey was a part of their group, and I am so sad to find out the kind of person Corey actually is. That breaks my heart because he was one of my favorites of the group of ghost hunters. But he, yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting when he talked about how since he was a kid they had fucked with Ouija boards, and he had talked to Zozo on the Ouija board, and that he had the Shadow Man following him for years and years and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of cool and interesting, and then I was just like, yeah, but you're a fucking dumbass idiot because you fucking played with a Ouija board like it is just a kid's game when it actually is a fucking medium to the fucking other world, where I'm sorry if you think you're talking to your old pappy here just because he knows the nickname of your dog from when you were a kid. It's most likely not him, it's most likely Beelzebub.
Now see, these are my favorite Maxine right here. Nobody can get mad at you for going off on demons.
True.
You know, I mean, like, the Doom guy goes off on demons and it sells bajillions of copies.
Is that what my next song should be about? Maxine the Demon Slayer? Okay, but then I gotta add Chibi into something, so what are you gonna be?
What do I want to be?
If I'm Maxine the Demon Slayer, you gotta be something. Because I gotta add you into the song. And then there's silence.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's a big ask.
I know. You started it.
I don't know.
How did I start it?
Because you're the one that put my original rant and stuff
like
to the
that.
Doom. Say that again?
Like Chibi the True or something like that.
Yeah, because I was kind of thinking you'd be like more of the pacifist. And then, oh my god, Pen would definitely be my...
If it's fantasy, I would picture Chibi as a bard.
You would picture Chibi as a bard?
Of the group, yeah, she would be the one, like, singing songs of impending danger.
Yeah.
Which you all ignore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the bard. Alright. So, Pen would definitely be, like, my fucking right-hand man spawn of Satan. I don't miss the irony in that. Because, dude, she would just fucking go off. Problem is, I don't think she'd go off on them, like, beating the shit out of them. She would just fucking make them feel like they were 2 inches small. She would just bitch the shit out of them. That's her fucking power. But we can't say Pen the bitch. Although she would like that.
Humongous out the chat says.
How about Pen the Mighty?
Yoy. Pen the Mighty?
Yeah, Pen the Mighty. Because the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah. Shit.
All
well,
right.
and see, you said she's using words and that, like, she wouldn't
that's the dog.
beat the shit out of them, so it's clearly she's a magic user.
Yeah.
Like, duh.
Oh, this thing is so fucking slow. Oh, I gotta plug it in too. Shit. Alright. New document. Because I actually don't want to forget this shit.
Oh. Well, hey, you got any questions for the Sammich Makers? Let us know.
Just make sure it's appropriate.
No math. Hold on, it's Tay. It's Tay.
No math.
No math, Tay. I'm putting a hard line, no math.
There we go. Now I've got it written down.
Ask me anything but a math question is then the new name of the show. It's been
Oh, I'm actually getting tired. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Well,
oh my god, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to, like, make a song.
Okay. I have a question.
All right, what's the question?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
That's my answer. Middle finger. Fuck you. Chibi, your answer?
What was the question?
Sorry. It was literally how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Indeed.
I can't believe I fucking said that right.
Nice.
A woodchuck would
That's
chuck,
hilarious.
chuck if a woodchuck could
I was looking up a question.
Oh.
I was like trying to find a good question.
All right. Instead we're Googling questions. Okay.
Oh, I was doing it from the start.
Was that not allowed? Just go on Google and be like, what is a good question?
Shut up, Max.
Well, obviously you would make it a little... Boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, friend, crush, new boss, interview. There are so many options. Okay, they're weird questions, though.
How do you feel about falafel?
If you were a warning label, what would it say?
Well, anybody?
There would have to be so many.
Mine would probably be handle with care, will cry.
Yours is like sweet. Mine's like handle will care, will make you cry.
Nothing wrong with that.
Beware.
Beware?
That's it.
Just say beware. Fair enough.
Somehow it's very fitting.
Oh my god, these are these are funny ones.
Some of them are pretty. Well, I mean, like, my first question was, "Is a hot dog a sandwich?" I mean,
if you could eat one condiment for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ranch dressing, I guess.
What'd you say?
Ranch dressing, I guess.
That's actually a good answer. My first thought was ketchup. But that's probably because as a kid, like, ketchup sandwiches were actually a thing for me sometimes when we were low on food.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, now it's like a nostalgic treat. How weird is that?
Yeah, the struggle meals.
It's like, did you, for you, because I don't know if, like, out in California, if, like, this is a, like, similar thing, but, like, tomato sandwiches or tomato and cucumber sandwiches?
I'm sure that it was a thing, but not, like, not in my house anyway.
Fair enough. It was always, when I was growing up, it was like, okay, what do we have in the house? All right, we got a tomato, we got bread, we got mayonnaise, all right. So you just put mayonnaise on the bread, the salt and the pepper, and tomato. And if you had cucumber, then you like that, because then you slice up the cucumber and you add that, and then you got more to the sandwich, and it's just... Again, now it is a nostalgic treat, but back then it was like, well, this is what I have, so...
You had bread. See, we took cucumbers and we cut them up and put them on a plate and put salt and pepper on it. Bread.
See,
rich people with your bread.
My mom would get upset with me when I would do that because I would like to just take the cucumber. I would just wash it. I wouldn't peel it because I didn't mind eating the skin as long as it's washed. And just slide them up, like, just cut them up into slices. And then I would put the salt on them and stuff. And she would, that's a waste. I'm like, why is it? It's like, it's a better snack for me. It's not as many carbs. Like, white bread isn't actually good for me, blah, blah, blah. And she'd be, no, you gotta put it on the fucking sandwich. I was like, okay, fine. Then eventually I just replaced bread with lettuce.
There you go.
For some reason, there would always be a head of lettuce in the fridge. Which is weird, because, like, if you know my parents, that's fresh fruits or vegetables. That's weird. He gets on my case about that all the time.
Because you eat... You're willing
I know
to eat garbage.
Yeah, well, because sometimes that's all I had, and I had to survive.
You're like, is that canned garbage there? Let me see if that's all right. I'm like, that looks literally like it says canned garbage. You're like, it's fine. It's not expired.
My goodness.
Oh God, I'm not gonna ask that question. No.
Well, now you have to ask that question.
No, because this is the hot
don't bring attention to it.
The hot seat questions.
It's called Chekhov's gun.
So I'm just gonna read all the questions, but we don't have to actually answer them. It's what's the most embarrassing phase you went through in middle school or high school? What is your most controversial opinion that you normally keep to yourself? And if you had to drop everything and relocate, where in the world would you go? There's only like one of those that I actually would like. I feel is actually a hot seat question.
Marilyn Monroe. What was the question?
Marilyn Monroe? What?
I forgot what the question was.
Okay, good. Let's move on.
There were 3 questions.
Oh, yeah, there were 3 questions, but we can move on.
I'm still sticking with Marilyn Monroe, all 3. Final answer.
So Marilyn Monroe was your most embarrassing phase in middle school and high school, your most controversial thought you keep to yourself, and where you would go if you had to relocate.
Apparently. Yes.
How exactly would one relocate to Marilyn Monroe? You're gonna go live.
We're all gonna do that one day, Maxine.
Oh my God.
One day.
Oh,
one day, Maxine.
So many like terrible stories from Hollywood. Okay, good question. What is like I don't want to say favorite because then it makes it kind of macabre, although I guess it really is macabre and morbid no matter what you think.
You're macabre, Maxine.
I am. So, all right, fine. What's like your favorite, most like tragic young life taken in Hollywood story?
It's terrible, by the way.
I know it is, but I have one in mind.
That's dark.
Yeah, I agree.
I have Maxine's Mortuary. Hello.
Probably Brandon Lee.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh my God, yeah. It took me a second to... The Crow, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, my brain, yeah. That one is so fucking sad and heartbreaking. So for anybody that doesn't know, Brandon Lee was the Crow in The Crow, the first Crow movie, and near the end of the movie, when he's standing on the table surrounded by all like the mobsters and his character gets shot, unfortunately there was some kind of malfunction, error, whatever, with one of the prop guns, and he was actually shot and died from it. And it was really fucking sad.
And then the movie came out phenomenal and became a cult classic to boot.
Yeah, the movie is a cult classic. It would have made him a star because he was so fantastic in that movie.
It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Can I take a stab at this to almost make your question backfire at you, but with one ask?
Okay.
Does it have to be Hollywood, or could it be any realm of celebrity?
It could be any realm of celebrity.
Okay, so let me list off a couple of my dead friends that you're kind of like, the way you said it, I didn't like, okay? So Seth Putnam and Dave Brockie are two real good examples that kind of make your question feel shitty when you have a friend that was one of those people.
Well, I meant more like a murder or something, not
okay, but
like
how
that.
many? Okay, but
because so specifically it was because for me in my mind I was thinking of the Black Dahlia.
Fair enough. But the way you asked the question, I'm thinking of all of these tragic people that died of overdoses, and I have a couple of friends.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that. That's why I was like trying to think of a way to phrase the question because I knew that it wasn't gonna come out great.
Especially when they're young, right? That's the most common way a lot of celebrities go is drugs.
Yeah, no, I meant more like
or car crash. I guess another really tragic one is Ryan Dunn from Jackass.
Yeah, I was thinking more of like I guess I'm thinking more of like the old stars like the Black Dahlia or the actress that like she got like a real like such a bad review that she climbed to the top of the Hollywood sign and jumped off. And like now they say that the Hollywood sign around that area is actually haunted by her ghost. That's creepy.
You had a different vibe, but your question, I was immediately
I get it. I understand. That's why I was trying to figure out how to put it.
Let me tell you about my homeboy.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. Let's move on.
Fame sucks.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
For a lot of people, anyway. Not everybody.
All right, you got a question?
What
would win in a
She was talking.
What would you rather be, the villain or the hero in the story? That's kind of an easy one, isn't it?
Yeah, Maxine. Be honest, Maxine.
The villain.
No, I know.
My favorite like characters of Disney are Ursula and Maleficent.
I am shocked to hear this.
My goodness, me too.
Please. Okay, so obviously I think I know what your answer would be.
I'd be the side character.
That's not what I was expecting.
Hold up. Chibi as the main villain would be a wild arc, though, right?
Yeah, it would.
Nobody would see it coming.
No, they wouldn't.
Everybody would be like, nah, and that's why they would get fucked. They wouldn't see that coming.
You'd be the villain. You couldn't help yourself but be the villain.
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm literally a hero in IRL. I have befriended the Bunny King.
Oh my god.
Okay. And we're currently I've moved on from the poultry war with the turkeys. Now I got beef with the geese.
Oh my god.
Because the turkeys are on the other side of town and they're not really on bunny turf. You know what I mean? But like bunny turf, the geese showed up. You know what geese do, Maxine?
Oh god.
They shit everywhere. Gave a walk through Bunny Park full of geese shit. And these motherfuckers will honk at you and shit. I'm like, fuck yourself, motherfucker. Let's go there to talk to the bunnies. Put up with that shit.
And I was worried about me sounding crazy.
What do you mean? This is all true.
That's the sad part. He's not even lying. Like, he literally, like, has, like, numbered and named the rabbits. Including the new ones, the new babies that are born.
Well, you gotta keep up. How else am I gonna tell them apart?
They're wild rabbits in a park.
Yeah. So
They, like, all look the same.
Are they not people?
No, they're not people. They're rabbits.
Okay. Are they not rabbit people?
No, they're just rabbits. They're mammals.
Okay.
People?
Okay, but if you had a pet rabbit, what's the difference?
It's not a wild rabbit, and I know for a fact who it is because I know what my rabbit looks like when it's the only rabbit that I have.
Bite me? I already made a pact with the Bunny King.
You can't make a pact with the Bunny King. There is no Bunny King. It's just like the biggest rabbit.
He talked to me.
Oh my god.
And we have an understanding now. He went. The key phrase in bunny language. And it is quite an honor to parlay with the Bunny King, okay, Maxine? I don't need you to besmirch my accomplishments. I'm an ally of the Bunny Kingdom, and we are at war with the geese.
You want to know what the truly sad part is? He will have conversations like that with me randomly on a Tuesday. Well, this is not just for a show or a bit. He will do this on a random day. Talk about the rabbit Bunny King and the geese and the shit. And oh my god. That's what I mean when I say every day of my life.
Maxine.
And this is real life for me every day.
How hard it is to get goose shit off your shoes. They're just honking and honking and honking and they won't stop.
Have you ever been chased by a swan or a goose before?
No, I haven't been chased by them, but I've seen them chase other people.
I got chased by a big-ass swan once.
There's the trick. They can only chase you if you run away. I kicked them.
I was like 13. Oh, I was smaller than I am now.
I was like 6'2", so I would have kicked him.
Yeah, I was a little smaller than I am now. And this, like, it was the male swan for sure. And I was barely even near the motherfucker. And it just looked at me and the wings went out and it stood up and I was like, holy fucking shit, they're that big? When they stand up and they put their wings out, holy fuck, swans are huge. And then it's running at you. It's like a fucking nightmare, dude. Oh. Yeah, I fucking ran, and then it stopped chasing me after a bit, and then I threw a rock at it later on in the day.
I got chased by a, 400-pound hog one time.
That's fucking terrifying.
Well, you know the town I grew up in. Yep. I was riding my bike to school. The farmer didn't have a hold of his hog pen. The hog saw me on the bike, thought it looked tasty. Luckily, my bike was faster than the hog. Because they're fairly large. And
that's scary.
And then the farmer's yelling at me.
I'm just riding my bike, bitch.
Like, I let his pig out. I'm like, you let your fucking pig out. What the...
So, have you ever been chased by any type of animal?
I can't say that I've ever been chased by any type of animal, but I remember one time I tried to pet a cow through a barbed wire fence.
Mm-hmm.
And it moved its head to where it was cutting off. Like, it pushed my wrist into the barbed wire and I got a cut from it.
Damn. That sucks. That jinx.
I got kicked by a horse, Maxine.
I know.
And ever since then,
Oh my goodness.
I've had even better thinky thoughts than ever.
One of my worst experiences.
He just said,
honestly, I know because I've heard that story a lot, and it makes so much sense. One of this is like I definitely like one of the funnier stories, but it was terrifying for me, and I was pissed the fuck off when it happened. I was visiting one of my cousins, and she, for some reason, liked ferrets. I don't know why people like ferrets. They're stretched rats. But one of them was sweet and would just like sit on your lap. All right, fine. That one didn't bother me. But this fucking white motherfucker, this little Blanco Diablo, fucking chased me throughout the entire fucking house, trying to bite my toes. Not a playful nibble, like people were talking. No, this motherfucker was trying to clamp down on my fucking toes. And I looked at my cousin and I was like, I swear to God, you are laughing, but if you do not lock this motherfucker up, I am going to strangle it to death or stomp on its fucking head because it keeps trying to fucking bite the shit out of me, and you're laughing at me.
You going weasel stomp.
I was like, get this fucking thing away from me. It's not funny.
It's funny because I've seen you like freak out because of a mouse.
Yep.
Or other creatures. I mean, like Maxine is sort of like a killer of many animals. Let's be real. Mice, snakes. What else? Is there anything I'm missing? There are a couple snakes, a whole lot of mice.
They invaded our home.
Yeah.
It was a war.
Well,
they were casualties.
It's funny because you did the same thing with a mouse the first time. Is you let it chase you around the whole house screaming like one of those old-timey cartoons. Like, oh my Lord! Like you could not handle that mouse. And then as soon as one day you snapped and you stomped on it and you immediately felt bad, but then they broke this down, so you were just like, I'm an unstoppable mouse killing machine for a while until we got the exterminators to take care of it.
It was honestly my first time ever experiencing having mice. And so, like, I had no idea. You fucking grew up with this shit, so it's normal for you.
Because they were literal just field mice.
They were field mice. Because they were, like, removing bushes and shit around our area, and our complex just unfortunately became where they relocated. But it was my first time dealing with them, and yeah, so the first time it freaked me the fuck out. And then, I don't know, yeah, I finally stomped on one, and I was like, oh shit, they can't fucking do anything to me. Alright, cool. And then, yeah, then I kind of I really became heartless and didn't give a shit when I found out they ruined my godmother's clock. It was a clock that looked like one of those old-time crank phones that you'd literally would have to take the receiver off, and it had the cord and everything. And it was a clock, and it was one of the things that I got left from my godmother when she passed away when I was 7 years old. And there was no saving it. They got inside of it and completely filled it up with a nest.
You broke it because they were still in it when you picked it up.
Yep. They were in it and I broke it. I took pieces off of it that I wanted, and then I just kind of broke the shit out of it because I was so pissed off.
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna lie, there were some of them still in the bin, and I was just like, you motherfuckers fucked up. And yeah, they did not survive. Leave it at that. I got so angry and heartless at that point because I was like, anything else, I would have been able to just let it go. But my godmother's clock, nah, that pissed me off. And I was just like, you fucking vermin!
Well, and it's all because, as always, when it started, it was like, I was like, yo, let me get full on genocide level fucking poison in here and take care of this before we get a problem. And you're like, I know, but they're poor things. Oh, we could just take them outside and get it.
Yeah, because I didn't know anything about dealing with mice, and then I learned, and then I just went, fuck that, kill them.
Everybody's a bleeding heart until they deal with nature.
The only time I will say that it really did get to me and did make me genuinely cry to the point where you were concerned about me was I was emptying our bathroom trash, and we had already had like the exterminator in at this point, so like it was starting to calm down. And then I found these 5 little mouse babies in the bottom of our trash barrel. And I just knew I gotta put them outside. And they are innocent little babies. They're vermin, but these are innocent little like newborn babies, and they're gonna freeze to death outside. And I broke down, but I was, Max, what are you gonna do? And he was just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, mouse babies outside, go.
That's because me and my brother, we grew up one in the city, then we moved to the country, and the country we moved into was because a poor family ruined a house, and the barn was literally infested with rats. And I mean, have you ever seen a rat swarm?
No, only in like movies.
Do you know what a rat king is?
Isn't that when just like they're all like piled on each other?
Yeah, and they're literally stuck together. There was like mad of that in that barn that you were in when we first moved in.
It's like a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, the floor felt like it was moving.
Oh no!
In the crawl space.
Who's the one that's gonna scare Chibi tonight?
Well, that place is long since demolished.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say the first thing we did was kill all the rats because you can't live like that. It took a lot. It took poison.
That's like fucking Coraline on steroids.
But that's the shit. It's like,
I just watched that the other day.
It's man shit. It's one of those things of like you don't think about, but yeah, exterminating of vermin.
Yeah.
Sucks, and you'd rather not have to do it.
Okay, here's just like a generalized question. Is it just me? Or does the movie Coraline seem like maybe not so much a kid's movie because it's kind of fucked up? I mean, the story is fucked up in general, but a little messed up for a kid's movie.
The book is even worse.
There's a lot of kids' movies that are fucked up if you think about it.
Coraline just because of like honestly when she's in the other world with the other mother, when all of the like the wonders that she created for Coraline go bad, the twisted evil versions of the characters are fucking terrifying, especially when they morph. Oh my god, I'm like, this is a kids movie? It's good, it's really good, but
well, think about this one. What about Gumby? Have you ever actually sat down as an adult and watched an episode of Gumby? It's actually kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I used to love watching Gumby as a kid, though.
There's something...
I had Gumby and, what was it?
Pokey.
I had Gumby and Pokey figurines.
Pokey is the best sidekick in sidekicking because he's always just like, yeah, worse things are coming for us, don't worry. Everything sucks because I'm with you, Gumby.
Oh my god, this is a funny one, which is one that I think people should not have gotten wrong and should have known that your child should not go see this movie from the trailer. Sausage Party.
What?
Well, that movie is so stupid.
It is, the douche is seriously one of the grossest, most interesting villains in a movie of all time. Especially when he's controlling the dude. And the ending is so fucking vulgar when it's just a fucking food orgy.
But that's not, yeah, exactly. That's not a kid's movie. What's like the worst kids movie? There's some out there. How about this one? God.
Yeah.
You remember I showed you that video about the Blue's Clues?
Yes.
Steve is actually a victim from Law and Order Special Victims.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
With his trauma.
Yep.
And
My goodness.
It's legitimate that there's enough ties that you can
because
actually...
everything is like always a cartoon, and yeah. It definitely is an interesting video to watch.
It's definitely not what the fucking people that made Blue's Clues had in mind at all, but it's funny.
You know, apparently Steve didn't realize people thought he was dead. He, like, actually really did go off to college. That's why he left the show.
Yeah, well,
Oh my god, did I cry when he came back to TikTok.
He went off to college after he got his addiction under
Oh,
control.
well, yeah.
He fought his demons pretty hard, actually. It was pretty rough for Steve from Blue's Clues.
He is
good to see him doing well, actually. He's
so fucking therapeutic for millennials. Because, like, seriously, I follow him on TikTok. You should follow him on TikTok if you have one, because he will literally, it's just a video, and he just starts out talking to you or asking you a question, and it's like, literally, you could just sit there and talk to him. And it's almost like he's listening to you because of the way he records them. It's so therapeutic.
Explains why I have so little hope for people younger than me, huh?
Probably.
You all are talking back to the TV
still. Well, I don't. I just watch the videos. But by the way that he records them, you definitely could talk to the video. But I'm like, I'm not sitting there talking to my phone. But it just makes me I get sentimental because it's Steve from Blue's Clues.
That particular bit of making the kids talk back to the TV, to me, was the creepiest thing about Blue's Clues.
Oh, yeah. I used to make fun of it for Dora the Explorer, too.
Creepy to me. Even Barney didn't actually do that.
No, Barney just molested the kids.
Sesame's... Well... Allegedly! One Barney. One Barney. Out of many. There's also one Elmo, by the way.
I was trying not to say that, because that's where my brain was going, because I didn't even mean to say that out loud.
He wasn't the Elmo.
No.
The Elmo didn't do anything. The one that most people saw, because he was Elmo for the long time, not him. Is a dude that was on like one season of the show after he stepped aside. But there is still a diddler Elmo, which is creepy as hell.
The Barney theory is fucking trippy. The Barney theory is basically Barney's actually like a demon.
Well, Barney is a demon.
Well, yeah. But no, the theory is like he's like for like legit just like a demon that can like manipulate time and shit like that, and he's like, I don't know, sucking our souls and shit. Because the parents never see him, but the kids do. Demon shit.
He'll just be doing demon shit. Why you gotta judge him? Look, a man gotta be a man, right? A lady gotta be a lady. A demon gotta be a demon, dog. He just out here doing his purple dinosaur best.
Damn it.
Corrupting the youth.
The youth.
The youth.
The youth. Going gangsta. The youth.
Right.
That's right. Right. Oh my god.
Party is a dinosaur.
No, please don't sing that song.
I won't. But
it's almost
stuck in your head anyway.
Yes, I know, and the other one's already in my fucking head now too. The one that they always sing at the end.
I can fix it.
Don't.
Hold on.
No. Just stop.
Put some trust in it.
No.
Oh. The song that...
No, I love that song though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You won't love it in like 3 days.
I've seriously like sang that song for like an hour before. It's really easy. I know all the lyrics and it keeps me distracted.
It's a small world.
You fucking know how I feel about that fucking song.
Wait.
No! No! The first fucking word I knew. No! There are a few songs on the do not play Maxine list, alright? It's a small world after all, and we live the fucking Yellow Submarine from... Yeah, no, we don't sing those songs around Maxine. For very good fucking reasons.
And now you're not thinking about Barney being a dinosaur from your imagination, see?
No, now he's just in a fucking yellow submarine.
Purple dinosaur, yellow submarine. We're making connections here.
No, for real, when I was 6, my parents took me to Disney World. That's the one in Orlando.
Yeah.
And it was partly a visit to visit my great aunt, and they went there. And we went on the It's a Small World ride. And there was a fucking malfunction. And we were stuck on the fucking ride for like an hour. But the fucking puppets and the song didn't stop. Just the fucking boats did on the track. So I was stuck there as a 6-year-old for an hour. Oh, and the lights dimmed. And I'm just surrounded by dancing dolls going, it's a small world after all. I fucking hate that song. It's a fucking nightmare. No. And then the Yellow Summer. I fucking hate you. And then Yellow Submarine. I went on some fucking youth group shit to the Poconos. And, oh no, there's a bobcat in the area. It's just an overgrown cat. It's not going to come near us. We're a bunch of fucking teenagers in the wood making way too much noise for any type of bobcat to want to come near us. But the fucking 15 and 14-year-olds will sing on our way back to the cabins. But all they knew was we all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. And they just sang it over and over and over. And I literally turned around at one point and said, yo, Bobcat, can you just eat their asses, please? And they stopped. And I was like, yeah, they're already not going to come near us. You don't need to chant like idiots. I was like 19 dealing with 14-year-olds, okay?
Yeah.
The kids in my cabin were cool because they were the fucking outcasts that always got in trouble, and they were cool.
21 years later, still traumatized because they had good taste in singing a song.
Dude, I love it. I do. Great music. Across the Universe, I love that movie that they used with the music. But when you only know a part of a fucking chorus, and you go 2.5, 3 miles, just chanting, we all live in a yellow submarine, somebody is going to turn. I was the only one in my group because we were all like, oh my god, we wish they would just fucking eat them. I was the only one that turned around and yelled at them.
You wouldn't last on a ship.
No, I would not.
Because all we do is sing shanties that
yes,
are fragments of fucking songs.
It would drive me insane,
day.
yes. Those kids scarred me. Those are like honestly the only 2 songs that like I'm just like I hear it and I'm like, nope. Never again. Especially because like honestly, a little bit of nightmare fuel. Being on that ride with the lights dimmed and the dolls are still moving and that music is playing, it's creepy as fuck, honestly. But I mean, a lot of the rides there are really kind of creepy. I mean, Snow White's ride originally was kind of terrifying.
I never went no Disney World. I was poor.
I was very lucky and fortunate that I got to go on that trip. I know that. Because I never got to do anything like that again. So I know I was extremely lucky and fortunate.
Grandpa drove me by it one time. And he said that I should look at it. Because it was free to do so.
Not that great. I almost got abducted by Goofy.
We ended up, instead of that, same day, we went to like the Roadkill Grill in Key West. because he drove us all the way from the tip of Florida to the end. So we were driving by Disney.
Excuse me, we should look at it now.
Look at it now. He took me to the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in Key West, which is pretty
That's cool. I'd like to go there.
And then we saw
That's
what
awesome.
he affectionately referred to as a F-slur parade.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Because
Yep.
it's Key West.
Yep.
And it was summertime. And, yeah. And that was about it.
Did the guy that plays Superman used to host Ripley's Believe It or Not show?
Well, I don't know. I used to read the books when I was a kid. And that's why he took me to the museum. Because he also read the books when he was a kid.
I liked the show, especially when it talked about the creepy stuff.
I don't know. I collected those books.
Did you say something, Chibi?
The show was cool, yeah.
It was the
Love the
guy
show.
that played Superman, right? That
I
poster?
don't recall. I don't know.
I like confuse a lot of the shows because I know that that Lopez guy that played Slater on Saved by the Bell hosted something like that.
Mario Lopez.
I like the old the show that creeped me out though as a kid. Like some people would be like, "Oh, like Crypt Keeper, Tales from the Crypt." No, I fucking love that show. That guy fucking hilarious. Untold Mysteries. Dude, just the fucking that music would come on and I would be terrified to be like, "No, Unsolved Mysteries." Thank you. Unsolved Mysteries.
Well, that's because
it was real.
The show had a penchant for mixing both completely real, like true crime cases,
Yep,
and also completely fabricated
mm-hmm.
things and like real people reporting paranormal all mixed
Yep.
in. So it did. You never really knew if what you're looking at was real.
Yep.
But they kind of let you know that.
And it just had such a creepy vibe.
Yeah, well, and that host, what is John something?
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
The host of Unsolved Mysteries is probably one of the best deadpan hosts.
Oh yeah,
in all of TV, especially with some of the ridiculous stories they ran that he's introducing sometimes, where he has to say it completely seriously, and you know that if it was you saying it, you would have laughed at least once.
Oh yeah. Right. Especially because I do like that nervous laugh when something's like inappropriate.
Well, and some of his lines, if you remember the show, like the cutaway to his lines, sometimes it'll be funny too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like,
yeah.
It's like a biting line.
Mm-hmm.
But if he didn't deadpan it, it wouldn't be so funny. And if you think about trying to say it yourself, you're like, that's hard to deadpan that kind of joke right there.
All right.
One of the greatest of all time.
So here's like another question, and it kind of goes off of that. So in that genre of like a show that has to do with like paranormal, unexplained, just the creepy, like was there a show like that you really liked watching? Like besides like Supernatural, like
I don't know. That kind of stuff kind of creeps me out.
So all right, so like you don't watch like anything that's like paranormal, ghost hunter, anything like that.
I got one that she might even say yes to though.
Okay.
Have you ever seen X-Files?
Not really.
That one's like not super bad, and it was super popular. They had a movie. That's why I say you might have seen.
I mean, I've seen a few episodes of it, but I never watched it. Really?
Yeah, the original.
I did. I liked it.
The original run of it is not like ultra spooky, and it was super prevalent when you were growing up. That's why I figured that might be one. A lot of people your age come across. They're like, oh, yeah, that one's not so bad because it's not. They're like shit. The main character is a believer in everything, but he also looks like a crackpot to all of the other agents, including his partner Scully, the redhead. She's a skeptic to her core, and as they encounter stuff, it ramps up. Now, I wouldn't recommend watching past like I think the second season because that's when it starts to go crazy.
Yeah, it goes really crazy after that.
But those first two seasons, when it's basically these FBI agents whose job is to respond to the paranormal thing of the week, and it understood it was campy too. That's the other reason it didn't scare people, because they were trying to be a little funny. I think she'd do better with X-Files than most of the shit you would recommend.
All right, well let's change up the question a bit. So between like your teen years, like high school years, what like were the shows that you really liked watching?
I guess I watched a lot of like thriller like stuff like my mom and I we watched Bones.
Oh, that's a good
yeah.
one.
Bones is one of those underrated shows that people don't talk about, but like some of the plots of the episodes are really well laid out on that show. And
yeah, some of the episodes are so good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember quite how it ended. I feel like it kind of fell off. But those first like couple seasons of Bones were killer.
Yeah.
It was one of the best shows. And I don't even watch a lot of TV shows, and I would make time to watch Bones.
Yeah. Good shit. But yeah, shows like Cold Case or like CSI or Law and Order SVU, stuff like that.
I watched some of that too.
Yeah, SVU is like one of the kings of good writing about a tough subject.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it sometimes they miss, but more often than not they hit, which is surprising considering the nature of the show itself. You would figure they'd misfire all the time.
Yeah, no, but they did good.
But they treat the subject matter all seriously in a way that builds a believable world. You know.
I liked NCIS.
Yeah,
can you guess the character I really liked?
Yeah, that's the one with the goth chick, huh?
Yep.
She's the villain in that one Call of Duty game I was playing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Abby.
Abby.
I love her.
It's like Abby runs an evil military corporation and
it's like,
to get you.
I could see it. The job finally just pushed her too far. I could see it.
Yeah.
I watched stuff like that, but then I was also into the paranormal stuff. So I would watch Ghost Hunters. I don't know. I don't remember when Ghost Adventurers came out, but I watched that shit. Paranormal State. And then, of course, Buffy, Angel, Charmed.
Charmed, yeah.
Loved Charmed. Oh, and I loved watching old shows, like reruns of I Love Lucy. I loved watching those.
See, that's the thing, is Lucy is timeless.
Mm-hmm.
Lucy is just classic vaudeville comedy. Like, she got her chops in vaudeville, where you actually had to make people laugh right in front of their fucking faces. And she's one of the best.
Lucille Ball was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
They have, on Paramount Plus, they have I Love Lucy, and I've been watching it. But what I wish that I could find, because I know that I used to watch them on TV when they started putting it like the later episodes when like they moved to like the farm place. They were in color.
All of them are separate shows, technically.
Yeah, it's so hard to find the colored
when she
episodes.
Split from Ricky, it became the Lucy show.
Yep.
And technically, all of those characters didn't exist.
Yep.
She married a different person, I believe. I believe one of them she was single, and then one of them she had married a different guy.
Yep.
And then the one she married a different guy, they brought back the best friend couple.
Yep.
And they like, there was like 4 different Lucy shows after I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is that most of them were just not as well received as the original.
Yeah. I mean, it's really unfortunate what happened between Lucy and Ricky.
Well, they were toxic for each other.
Yeah.
But at this, like, what you have to realize that sometimes those toxic couples in art create beautiful shit in the midst of that. And you have to understand that that's the product of it. And that doesn't mean it's good, though. And that it's better that they split up, even if they created genius, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love that show. But when I found out the truth about, like, their marriage and he was abusive and I think he cheated and stuff like that, I was like, oh.
Yeah,
it's like the same thing when I found that out about Elvis. It's like,
she got
oh,
addicted to barbiturates,
yeah.
and depression, and everything. It's
I
bad. But
watched.
then they split up, and they both were great.
Yeah, I watched a movie that they actually made about Lucy's life. So like I got to see like how like her and Ricky met and stuff and what she went through. It was very similar to that movie that I watched about Judy Garland that went through like what she went through, the abuse from her mom, the drugs that they put her on, the uppers, the downers, and all that. Like their stories are crazy.
Hollywood's always been fucked up
Mm-hmm.
because it's a cutthroat business.
I mean, even Marilyn Monroe talked about shit like that.
Oh, before that, if you go back to the silent film era, they would complain. I was just came across this because I was looking at videos on lighting,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the original Hollywood lights, which I knew about because from my high school days.
You told me about them,
yeah.
yep.
And the
Oh
Klieg
my
lights were
God.
so fucking bright because they were like 2 welding torches in a little box. There's like 5 of them. They stick the 2 welding torches together and turn them on. And they put a little screen in front of it. That's the light right in front of, beaming on you because you're being filmed.
Mm-hmm.
And then to compensate for the color of the film and the lighting being all blue based, you had to wear crazy fucking makeup.
Oh yeah, you would.
And it was radioactive.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe said you ended up looking basically like a fucking alien wearing the makeup that you had to wear, so it looked right.
A perfect example is like a square around the lips that's just green, because it helps the film bring out your lips.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you look like a clown or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lights are all, literally they're welding torch carbon rods stuck together to make them twice as bright. And there's like 5 of them, so they're crackling. The set sucked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it blew out all of these actors, especially the women, because women were on screen more. Blew their fucking eyes out.
Yeah, they'd go blind.
Leading to them temporarily blind, and then they'd get prescribed what they would call amber glasses, which now we mostly just call that sunglasses, but they were red tinted, which is also where we get the bright lights of Hollywood, because it's a metaphor for Hollywood sucking,
Mm-hmm.
but it's literally based on the bright lights of Hollywood blinding you. It sucked to work there.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, you get rose tinted glasses.
Yeah.
Because
it all makes sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's just old timey lingo that we use all the time.
I just made that connection now when you said that, like the rose tinted glasses. Yeah, it makes so much sense because you would go blind from the fucking lights working there. Because Marilyn even
like
made a comment like that. Like lights. It's really sucks and really hard working in Hollywood. And I mean, it hasn't gotten any better. I mean, they just deal with different shit that you deal with in Hollywood and the craziness.
It has gotten better in a lot of ways in terms of safety.
Yeah, safety, it's gotten a lot better.
But there's, oh my God, what is her name? One of the original, before Marilyn Monroe, like queens of silent film, said something to the effect of like, every profession has its malady.
Mm-hmm.
And the lights and the working conditions of Hollywood, although everybody sees us as glamorous, that's our version of shoveling out a latrine.
Mm-hmm.
Because it hurts, your eyes hurt, you spend a week in these glasses afterwards. Everybody thinks you're on drugs because you're wearing sunglasses during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not realizing it's because like you're actually like going blind and doing your job.
Like, sweating. You lose weight, so people accuse you of not, taking care of yourself. All of these things.
Nowadays it's like, okay, what's your excuse nowadays? Like for like Ariana Grande and that Cynthia chick from Wicked, where it's like literally after they did that movie, they literally look like walking zombies now.
Well, because the Ozempic look is in.
Oh,
if you're not supposed to take it, getting extra thin is in.
It makes so many people worried about them. Like, I'm afraid they're going to die. And I don't like Cynthia at all. No, she's a very blasphemous woman, and I don't like her. But even I'm like, dude, she looks extremely unhealthy, and I'm worried about her.
It's because like,
and there are so many actors. Even Emma Stone's kind of got that going on, and I'm like, no.
Because normal chicks who are taking Ozempic to lose that 20 pounds they always wanted, they end up looking normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But these are like extra skinny Hollywood people to begin with. But the Ozempic ultra skinny look is in. Just
Yeah.
like I pointed this out on the show with Sam, because he doesn't understand women either. It's similar to in the '90s for a while. What the fuck was her name? The ultra. Everybody made fun of how skinny she was. Jokes about it everywhere. There's probably 5 different women this fits in the '90s, and it was a trend called heroin chic. You're supposed to look like you're taking so much heroin that you're ultra skinny.
Oh,
And
God.
in the like the magazines, the women's magazines would print that.
Mm-hmm.
That heroin chic is in. They actually said this stuff in like Vanity Fair and all that. And they're basically doing that with Ozempic skinny now. They're calling it Ozempic skinny. I'm saying it's the same thing, so you should just call it Ozempic chic.
Yeah.
And it's not a good trend because just like the other one, it's very unhealthy.
Yeah, it's like I worry about these women dying.
It's one thing for helping out normally sized people lose a couple pounds, and it's
or what it's actually intended for. Ozempic is intended for people who have type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
It's literally just a weak dose of like insulin to help your body because you're insulin resistant.
Right.
Which, if you're a normal person who doesn't have an insulin resistance and you're pumping your body full of insulin,
it's gonna give them one.
It's gonna give you one, and then you're gonna walk away with type 2 diabetes.
Yeah. And the reason I think it's damaging is particularly because these women promoting it are rich celebrities with nutritionists and all that.
Yeah.
But the young girls looking at them and thinking that that's the look, they don't have that.
Basically, you're just giving yourself hypoglycemia, which is when your blood sugar drops too low, and that's dangerous. As much as, like, yes, it's extremely dangerous for your blood sugar to go high, it's extremely dangerous for your blood sugar to go low. That's why there are things like glucose tablets. I've had to take them. They're the most disgusting. It's grape. It's disgusting. But when your blood sugar drops below 50, you need to do something like that, because if it drops below 30, you can go into a diabetic coma.
See, you're talking about dealing with the normal diabetic stuff, though.
Mm-hmm.
What they're going to have is constantly on the low end, right? Because they're going to be constantly on the low blood sugar side because they're pumping themselves full of insulin.
Yeah, and that's what hypoglycemia is.
Exactly. And so one of the things they're going to immediately find is they're not going to see as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally going to give themselves glaucoma, and there's so many health problems with what they're doing that I do feel almost like compelled to scream, please, kids, don't look at these retards.
Well, there's like a good thing to like kind of talk about with me and Chibi is the way that media, magazines, movies, shows, everything like that, just there's definitely in every like generation, in like every decade, there is something that these magazines, these movies, these shows that they do that always encourage young girls to do bad things that hurt themselves. And then if you're a person that speaks out about it, like they'll kind of come after you. Like I can't remember her name, but I followed her on TikTok, and she actually has a song that's called Victoria's Secret. And the secret is Victoria was made up by a dude.
Well, yeah.
It's some dude that lives somewhere.
White guy.
Yeah. It's not made for women like me and or even Chibi. No. Like Victoria is literally made for men that have this like fantasy idea of what a woman should look like, and it literally makes average size women feel like they have to starve themselves because you can't have carbs in a hot girl summer. That's one of the lines from the song, and it's like, yeah, there's always something in every generation where there's something like that happens. And like, I want to know what Chibi's idea and take on that is.
I was going to say, though, on the flip side, they also bully women for being too skinny.
Yes.
You're never right.
Yeah.
Always got to keep chasing something or other, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
But I want to know like what your take is on it, Chibi.
Like, I personally, I've always had trouble keeping weight on as I was growing up. So
Yeah.
I've actually like recently more come to grips with gaining weight and being okay with gaining weight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I don't know. It's not healthy to be Ozempic skinny, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I just want people to be healthy and happy.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like one of the reasons why I don't like this body positivity movement is that they only focus on the extremely obese women. Because even if you are a plus size woman, they will come after you if you say something that goes against them. And I feel like if we're going to talk about body positivity, that we need to talk about women like you and like one of my friends, good friends from high school, that was the same exact way. Like, y'all need to be involved in that too, and to be able to be like, hey, it's okay that you are the way that you are as long as you're healthy. It's not okay for these obese women, because I'm sorry, I don't give a shit what you're saying. You're not healthy. There's no way that you can be 400 pounds and be healthy.
I think what you're trying to get at is when they turn on you
Mm-hmm.
for losing weight.
Yeah, if you are a plus size woman and you start losing weight, they go after you and you're fat phobic and you hate yourself. No, I love myself, so I want to lose weight so that I will be around longer for the people that love me. And I'll feel better.
Yeah, I wasn't sure it came
Wow.
across. That's exactly what your gripe was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also the fact that skinny women are getting shit on too, and I'm like, you're about body positivity, but you're literally shaming women because they're thin. You cannot sit there and say that you are about body positivity and you're, against body shaming and bullying, and then in the same breath are attacking skinny women who are just naturally skinny because they have a fast metabolism or they have some kind of like thyroid disorder or what the fuck ever. Be fucking understanding, Jesus.
Shmuley has a theory on this that I think you guys might like agree with actually.
Okay.
Is that this stems a lot from like certain types of women are hyper competitive with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that is exactly why, no matter what body type you are as a woman, every woman I've ever talked to about anything like this has experienced some type of shaming for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's so it can't possibly be that nobody's doing it and everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cultural thing of like, it's a way to, if you get other women thinking about these things and chasing these rabbit holes, you're taking them out of competition with yourself. And that's literally maybe not how they see it consciously, but that's what they're doing. They're sabotaging their friends. That's why they'll keep their one friend around and tell her that the one fat friend that they'll say is great.
The duff.
Don't ever lose. No, you shouldn't lose any weight, girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they want to stand next to you. And it's fucked up that they do that, but they will turn around then and make fun of the skinny girl too. I know because I've had so many skinny girls, normal, healthy girls. All of them say the same thing. It doesn't matter what you look like. Some bitch is telling you it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the best thing to do is to not worry about what they think, but that's hard, especially when you're a teenager, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I think one of the hardest moments for me, because I did I struggled with I've struggled with weight for a good portion of my life, and like my senior year of high school, I don't like saying that I had an eating disorder because I just kind of feel like I don't have a right to say that, but I kind of went through something like that, and I like was skipping meals. I wasn't eating. I wasn't like making myself sick or anything. I guess like the closest thing someone would compare it to would kind of be like bulimia with like binge eating and stuff like that. Um and in gym class, our oh so wonderful puta of a fucking gym teacher decided that it would be a good idea to measure our BMI in front of everyone in the class. Now, we had the option to say no. And of course, I said no. No. In front of my peers, especially where some of them actually bully me, I'm definitely not doing that and giving them fucking ammo. Because I'm already going to be giving them ammo by saying no. But I know that I'm prepared for that. What I wasn't prepared for was the teacher calling me a chicken and literally clucking at me in front of the entire class. And then my friend, who was very thin, like her mother, had a very high metabolism, who also said no, because she didn't feel comfortable doing it either. Jokes were then made to her about needing to eat a cheeseburger. And that is the equivalent to telling a fat chick to eat a salad. Fuck you. I defended her instantly because that pissed me the fuck off. I was like, how dare you?
That's what I mean. All sides get it. It doesn't matter. And to do the best for yourself and to try and keep grounded in that. Like, it doesn't matter. Especially if it's other chicks. It's like, well, you ain't trying to, impress them anyway. Fuck them, right?
But that's the problem is, like, it's like she's saying, I can totally, like, I can sympathize with what it must feel like when you're struggling to put on weight and then you're living in the world we're living with and you're hearing a bunch of different shit and then you actually have to. It's so sad to think about the fact that you have to come to terms with the fact that it's okay to gain weight. That breaks my heart. Like, just as much as it does to have somebody be bullied for being overweight, it's the same thing to me. I feel for people like that, and I hate the body positivity movement because it's so opposite of what it should be and just really tears people down and promotes unhealthy living.
Yeah, well, it's not just chicks. You've heard us talking about guys having this problem about height.
Yeah.
And what they don't know is my 6'5" ass can tell them that it didn't make me get particularly more women just being tall. In fact, I was too tall. Another one is a lot of women are dating 6'1" guys that are actually 5'10" and they're just stupid.
Yeah.
Like, because it's not that much of a difference.
My honest opinion about this, if it is perfectly fine for women to judge men based on their height and use that as a determination of whether or not they should even swipe left or right on any type of, like, dating fucking app, which I don't agree with most of those. I think they're just cesspools. Then I think it's perfectly fine that men should be allowed to judge women based on how big their boobs are, maybe, a little bit on their weight, maybe on their height. That's the
number one response guys give me is like, they'll respond with what's your weight, because it's basically the same thing to a lot of, especially shorter guys. They do feel sensitive about it, and they feel like that's unfair, and it generally is, because before it was online dating, I didn't find a lot of guys who were shorter that complained about not getting women. If they had game, if they looked good, if they presented themselves well, it didn't fucking matter if you're meeting people in real life.
Now you literally could have a guy that, like, great, wonderful pictures, actually, like, describes himself as a great person. Like, you would talk with them, and they will be a great person, but there are some of these women that will be like, oh, you're only, like, 5'11", you're only 5'10", I can't be with you. And it's like, bitch, you think you're, like, a 9 out of a 10, and you're, like, a 4. Lower your standards, honey. And then don't complain about, I can't believe that I went on this date with this guy and it went just how I thought it went. And it's like, the guy was flirting with you. He was actually nice. He was kind of saying that he wanted to go home with you, that he wanted to spend the night with you. And you somehow turned it into, he wanted me to drive him home. He wanted me... Bitch, he was flirting with you and saying you might get lucky tonight, but your fucking catty ass made him at one point go, you know what? I'm just gonna go home. Have a nice night. You're the reason why your pussy ain't getting licked, honey. Don't blame men. Don't blame nobody else. It's your fault because you're a fucking dumbass puta. My God. I've been looking up a lot of Portuguese lately.
We're after hours in the Sammich Makers, ladies and gentlemen.
It was gonna happen eventually. So, any more questions?
Well, I was just gonna say, not even from a dating perspective. 6'5", always right around 200 to 250 most of my life, guy. The first thing people notice and think about me is that I'm basically a giant, and they form opinions at that moment based on that.
I think it's funny when guys have the opposite. Like, especially if they're on social media. Like, there was this one guy that I stumbled across some of his videos and I was watching, and then I came across one where someone was like, oh, I bet he's only like 5'8", or he's like really short or something. He just sets his phone up and gets up and he's fucking taller than the fucking fridge. And I'm like, just because you only see him from the shoulders up doesn't mean he's fucking short, you morons. And most likely when you see him, he's sitting down.
You're still talking about a positive thing. I'm telling you that about half the people see me as a giant and immediately think negatively of me.
That's stupid.
Well, you know this is true.
Yeah.
And then there's a portion of those people that will pick a fight with me just because I'm this large.
Yeah, I will say there have been some times where you and I have been out and people do give us weird looks.
People give me weird looks all the time. It's about half the people because they see a guy that large and they have preconceived ideas.
I think my chair is really squeaky.
And, you know, they think of whatever they think. Some people just think, wow, that's a big guy. Other people are like, that guy's scary because he's big. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. It doesn't matter if I'm smiling. It doesn't matter if I say hello. It doesn't matter if I hold the door open. They're scared of me because I'm large and there's nothing I can do about that. That's what I mean. And those same people will turn around and talk about body positivity. Don't judge, motherfucker.
Yeah, but judge height, that's fine.
Well, I can help. It's like Brunhilde can help that she's 700 pounds, all right? I cannot make myself shorter any way short of amputation.
And I don't agree with the fucking, like, chubby chasers either. They're, like, that's just, like, bad. Like, you're literally...
I'm gonna quote you on that. I don't agree with the chubby chasers. Maxine saying 2026.
Well, because if you really think about it, what are they really doing?
They're chasing chubbies.
They are literally encouraging, usually women, to overeat so that they become so unhealthy and ultimately die. Like, maybe that's not, like, chubby chasers, but, like, that is, like, maybe specifically feeders. Okay, I don't agree with the fucking feeders.
Yeah.
The ones that, like, that's literally their goal is just, like, to watch somebody eat themselves to death.
Well,
and there are so many, it's so sad that there are so many people in that community of the body positivity that's exactly what happened to them at young ages in the 20s. Dying because they literally just like ate themselves to death. That's terrible. And to like try and encourage that
is when you go for the sad Sarah McLachlan tribute video.
Oh God.
The only thing you got is this videos of them doing mukbangs.
Yeah.
So it's a slow motion like in the arms of a vessel. Sorry. I'll see myself out.
You're fucking terrible. Oh my God. Of course he says that and then leaves. Of course. So this went really all over the place, huh? Like, very sandwich maker fashion. Which is odd because we don't have pen. Are you still there, Chibi? Because I cannot hear you. Am I alone now? Well, I have no idea because I cannot hear anything else. So I'm just gonna assume that I'm like by myself right now and just try to fill the time until their Max comes back, or I can hear Chibi again. And if you're talking, I'm sorry, but I hear nothing coming out of the speakers. And this is the awkwardness that I hate. The awkward silence and not knowing what to say or what to talk about because I'm by myself now. So it's just gonna get kind of awkward. I apologize for that. Because I have no idea what's going on. That's another reason why I hate it when Max runs away when he's the one that's like in charge of the stream. Because if there is anything going on, if there's any type of like connection disruption or anything like that, I have no fucking clue because it's over there. And I also don't touch his computer because his computer is kind of expensive. And if something goes wrong with that computer, I just don't want it to be because something I did. Ever. Because that's kind of terrifying because it's expensive and he built it himself because that's like kind of what he does. He's like a tech guy and he builds computers. He built my computer, my PC over there, which actually has problems right now, but eventually he'll get to fix it. It's also not always easy finding the time to do that. And I'm definitely feeling awkward. I'm gonna try and see if I can figure out what's going on. Hey, good, you're here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because I don't hear Chibi and I don't know if I'm by myself or what's going on.
I thought you were taking cunt back.
Shut up.
Well, we're live.
Okay.
And, Chibi is...
Says she's in there.
Somewhere in here. And, that's that, yeah.
Okay. So, I was just by myself for a little bit.
I think so.
It got a little awkward. Started talking about your computer.
It's been over, almost 3 hours.
Oh my god, yeah, it's been quite a while. And we got off topic. There was some answering. We got off topic. We definitely, my god, we hit a bunch of different topics tonight. So, I think we could honestly say that that's been sufficient enough for this episode of the Sammich Makers broadcast. Hopefully we will be able to come back next Saturday with Chibi again. Just gonna depend on how things go. Also gonna kind of depend on the things going on in our lives that I gotta deal with right now. Let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about. I have a song coming out on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have a song coming out on Tuesday, my next single, Sisters by Choice. It is a song that was inspired by my friendship with Penn. So it's like, personal song, but I'm kind of excited about it coming out. That'll be on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, and then it will also be available on TikTok, which on my Maxine Sand TikTok, I don't remember which song it is that I use, but I did use one of my songs to make a video, and I'm going to start trying to do that not only with mine, but with Max's too, because he has a bunch of albums and singles up on Spotify and YouTube and iTunes, and I mean, he gets a lot of listeners to it, and like his music's just
Right
good.
to offend anywhere you buy music.
Right to offend anywhere you get music, and it's just Maxine Sand for me. So Sam, if you all know Sam Whitfield, you know he's a published author. He's got several books. He's inspired me. I am actually actively really putting the work in and actually writing a story, and Chibi's helping me edit. So at some point, hopefully there's going to be a book coming out from me. But that's it, because we talked about a lot, and we're tired, and Chibi, I don't know, she got rumbled on Discord. That's gifted. So thanks to everyone that's been watching. Please come back, like, watch our shit, like, comment, follow, all that good stuff.